In the vast expanse of space, our planet floats, protected by a thin layer of atmosphere and magnetic fields. But what if an invisible force could disrupt everything? Today, we explore how a single solar storm could plunge humanity into darkness. Solar storms, intense bursts of radiation from the sun, have the power to disable satellites, disrupt communication networks, and cause widespread blackouts. This is not just a theoretical threat, but a reality that has happened before. In 1859, the Carrington Event, one of the largest solar storms on record, caused telegraph systems across Europe and North America to fail. If such an event occurred today, the impact would be far more devastating. Our world is now deeply interconnected through a web of technology, all reliant on electricity and data. A powerful solar storm could cripple this network, leaving us vulnerable and disconnected. Imagine a world without internet, where GPS fails and banking systems collapse. The consequences could lead to chaos, economic collapse, and a breakdown of societal order. Every aspect of modern life depends on the internet. From healthcare systems to transportation networks, each relies on a stable and functioning digital infrastructure. Understanding the potential risks posed by solar storms is crucial. Scientists and engineers are working to develop protective measures, but much remains uncertain. By exploring past events and current research, we can better prepare for a future where the internet and all its benefits might suddenly vanish, changing life as we know it. This journey will take us through history, science, and technology to understand the critical role the internet plays and the potential threats it faces from cosmic forces beyond our control. Solar storms occur when the sun releases bursts of magnetic fields and plasma into space. These coronal mass ejections can travel millions of miles per hour, reaching Earth within days, posing significant threats to our technological infrastructure. The Carrington Event of 1859 was one of the most powerful solar storms ever recorded. It caused telegraph systems worldwide to fail, with some operators receiving electric shocks. Today, such an event would have catastrophic consequences. Modern society relies heavily on electricity, which could be severely disrupted by a major solar storm. Power grids could collapse, leaving entire regions without electricity, disrupting communication, transportation, and water supplies. Satellites in orbit around Earth provide crucial services like navigation, communication, and weather forecasting. A severe solar storm could disable or destroy these satellites, leading to a complete breakdown of global communication networks. The internet depends on vast networks of cables and data centers. A solar storm-induced blackout could sever these connections, making it impossible to access information, conduct transactions, or communicate online. Financial systems operate on digital networks, processing billions of transactions daily. A solar storm could crash stock markets, banking systems, and financial institutions, causing economic chaos and instability. Healthcare facilities rely on advanced technology for diagnosis and treatment. A solar storm could disrupt power supply and electronic medical records, endangering patient care and safety in hospitals and clinics worldwide. Transportation systems depend on GPS for navigation and coordination. Disruptions caused by a solar storm could lead to accidents, delays, and a halt in air, sea, and land transport, isolating communities and halting trade. Water treatment plants use electricity for purification processes. Without power, these facilities could cease operations, leading to contaminated water supplies and public health crises in affected areas. Food production and distribution require electricity for refrigeration and transportation. A solar storm-induced blackout could result in food spoilage and shortages, impacting food security globally. Emergency response systems depend on communication networks for coordinating rescue efforts during disasters. A solar storm could cripple these systems, hampering relief efforts and putting lives at risk. Governments rely on secure communication networks for national security and defense. A severe solar storm could compromise these networks, leading to potential security breaches and conflicts. Educational institutions depend on technology for online learning and administrative tasks. A solar storm could disrupt these functions, affecting students and faculty alike, and potentially closing schools and universities. Entertainment industries rely on digital platforms for streaming movies, music, and games. A solar storm could cause widespread outages, depriving people of entertainment options and impacting the economy. Telecommunication networks enable global connectivity. A solar storm could disrupt phone service and internet access, isolating individuals and communities and preventing essential communication. Data centers store massive amounts of information critical to businesses and governments. A solar storm could destroy this data, causing irreversible losses and operational failures. Power plants generate electricity, but are vulnerable to damage from solar storms. A severe storm could knock out these plants, causing prolonged blackouts and affecting millions of lives. Industrial manufacturing requires electricity for operations. A solar storm could shut down factories, leading to production halts, job losses, and economic downturns. Public safety depends on reliable communication and infrastructure. A solar storm could compromise these systems, leading to increased crime rates and decreased community safety. Retail businesses rely on digital payment systems for transactions. A solar storm could render these systems inoperable, forcing businesses to close and customers to seek alternatives. Tourism industries depend on reliable communication and transportation networks. A solar storm could disrupt these services, causing travel cancellations and impacting economies reliant on tourism. Financial institutions use complex systems for managing transactions. A solar storm could crash these systems, leading to bank runs, economic instability, and loss of trust in financial systems. Scientific research depends on data storage and analysis capabilities. A solar storm could destroy this data, leading to years of lost progress and delayed discoveries. Space exploration missions depend on communication with ground stations. A solar storm could interrupt these links, jeopardizing missions and costing billions of dollars in damages. Financial markets rely heavily on internet infrastructure for real-time transactions and information flow. Disruption could cause global economic collapse, with trillions lost in mere moments due to sudden market failures. Transportation systems today are highly integrated with GPS and digital communication. A severe solar storm would disable critical navigation and communication systems, leading to widespread accidents and operational failures. Medical facilities depend on electronic health records, remote diagnostics, and telemedicine. Without internet, hospitals could face logistical chaos, unable to coordinate patient care effectively or access vital medical data. Educational institutions have increasingly moved online, using platforms for teaching and administrative functions. A solar event disrupting the internet would halt educational activities worldwide, affecting millions of students. Imagine a world without internet, where communication is reduced to the simplest forms. The impact of a severe solar storm could plunge us into a pre-industrial era, stripping away the technological comforts we've come to rely on. From financial markets to healthcare systems, every sector is interconnected through the web. A catastrophic failure could mean economic collapse, leaving nations struggling to recover. Transportation systems would grind to a halt, as modern cars and planes rely heavily on GPS and other digital technologies. Navigating the world would become a challenge. Food distribution networks depend on the internet for logistics and tracking. Disruption could lead to shortages and famine in densely populated areas. While a major solar event is rare, it's not impossible. Preparing our infrastructure for such an event is crucial to safeguarding our future. Investing in resilient power, grids, and communication systems can mitigate risks. It's essential for governments and businesses to prioritize this investment. Research into alternative navigation methods, like celestial guidance, could provide backup systems when satellites fail. Innovation is key to survival. Individuals can also prepare by learning basic survival skills and storing essentials. Community resilience is vital in facing such global challenges. Educating ourselves about the risks and advocating for protective measures is everyone's responsibility. Together, we can ensure our civilization endures. In a world where technology connects us all, let us not forget the fragility of our systems. By working together, we can build a safer, more resilient future. As we continue to explore and harness the power of the universe, let's remember the lessons of history and prepare for any eventuality. The future is ours to shape.